Hello, viewers. Welcome to my live call tonight. And I'm going to be talking or answering actually a question. Do we hide what we do? And what do I mean by that? For those of you that do not know me, I've been involved in network marketing now for over 40 years. I started in this business totally broke, sold a junk truck to get started, put $200 into my business. And the last 27 years, I've been full-time in network marketing. So if that interests you, keep listening. I titled this video chat in the title being, should we hide what we do? You know, and what do I mean by that? In the last 7 days, I've been prospected by 2 different people, 2 different companies, and they hide what they do. I don't know who these people are, right? Okay. And I mean, they seem like nice people, but which is, I guess, a little disturbing to me. How can you be nice and hide what you do? But the thing that what concerns me is that, you know, when I get a phone call, and let me just give you the gist of the conversation. So 7 days ago, and I'm not going to say which company because I've got friends in both these companies, right? But I don't like the direction that some of the leadership is training their people how to speak about their opportunity. So I get a call, let me see, it was less than 7 days ago from a guy, I don't know. He talks about the fact that, yeah, you know, I'm just, I'm living in Hawaii, you know, with my family. You know, I've tried some different things, you know, to get going. My background was this. And then I tried network marketing, a few of those network marketing companies. I tried this network marketing company, he gave the name, and then that didn't work out. And he tried another network marketing company, and then that didn't work out. And then, you know, I just said, forget this network marketing stuff. And then I had a friend call me, and he says, hey, I just want you to open your mind to what I'm doing. I said, you know, okay, what do you got? And then he taught me how to make my house green. In other words, healthy living inside, using healthy products. I think some of you are getting my drift. How you clean your home, what you clean your home with, blah, 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 blah. Or, you know, using plant-based products or whatever, healthy products. And then I immediately stopped him right there. And I said, you're in such and such company? Because I knew exactly what he was talking about, which company, and because I've heard this many times actually. And he said, yeah. I said, then you're in network marketing. Oh no, it's not network marketing. Oh really? You're not in multi-level marketing? No, it's not multi-level marketing. Oh really? So if I say, hey man, sign me up today, I'm joining today, and I build a team, can I sponsor some people? Yeah, you can sponsor people. Okay, 10 people across? Yeah, 10 people across. Okay. And do I get paid on those 10? Oh yeah, you get paid on those 10. Okay. If I teach those 10 to sponsor 10, that means I got 100 on my second level. Do I get paid on those 100? Oh yeah, you get paid on those 100. If they sponsor 10 and I got 1,000 on my third, do I get paid on those 1,000? Oh yeah, you get paid on those 1,000. Well, my friend, that's multi-level marketing. That's network marketing. How can you say that's not network marketing? You're doing the very thing and saying you're not doing it. Is that really the way you want to present your business? Now, let's fast forward then. Today I got a phone call, or no, it was a message. It was a message from somebody on LinkedIn. And actually, it was a phone call. Couldn't think of it. Anyway, so I didn't know who he was, and I chatted with him, and he said, oh, wow, we lost it for a second, but we're back. Okay. He started talking about his background, and it was the same conversation. This is a different company, a different company. Another company that has environmentally friendly products, okay, for homes. Anyway, and so he started talking about how he tried network marketing and, it never worked and all that. And then I joined this company, and it's called, no, because actually I asked him, are you with that other company? No, I'm not with that company. I'm with this company. And I said, and you said it's not network marketing. No, it's not network marketing. I said, well, then you're wrong. You don't even, you joined something you don't know what you're doing, because I know some of the top earners in that company, they're friends of mine. And I know for a fact it's a network marketing company. Anyway, I went through the same scenario with him. I said, do you not understand if you derive an income from a downline, that is called network marketing? And let's get something straight, friends. That's not direct sales. There's a difference between, and this has created so much confusion. And part of that is because the network marketing companies themselves have created this confusion. Because so many of them belong to the DSA, Direct Sales Association. Well, the fact is that how many of you on this call, and you can say, and if you do, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with it. But how many of you actually go out and meet people and sell products? I have some that do. In my downline, I do. Actually go out and see, that's direct sales. Direct sales. But if I share my link, somebody goes to my page and buys, there's some government agencies don't accept that as direct sales, which is totally ridiculous. It's so unreasonable. But we've got to understand there's a difference between direct sales and network marketing. Network marketing is where we are building a team of consumers. I'm a consumer. Are you a consumer? Okay, so I'm a consumer. But the problem is a lot of these network marketing companies, most of them belong to the DSA, the Direct Sales Association, when in fact most of their members never go out and do any direct sales. So it's confusing. It's like you joined the Baptist church when in fact you're a Muslim. Seriously. Because most people in network marketing never go out and sell product. There's nothing wrong with it. I mentioned a leader that's in my downline in Northeast India, way out in Northeast India, and she goes out door to door like a missionary, knocking on doors, talking about health, selling products. I mean, she's a rarity. But what I'm saying is that when we look at really what we are and what we do, we are a network of consumers. Which is great, that's fine. It's different than direct sales. Direct sales, you're out selling a vacuum cleaner. Direct sales, you're selling shoes. Direct sales, you're selling a car. Direct sales, you're in a network marketing company, but you choose not to network. You're just selling products. Okay, that's direct sales. But network marketing is where we build a network. I sponsor 10, who sponsor 10, who sponsor 10, who sponsor 10. You know, that's 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000 on my fourth, whatever. of consumers, because that's what we do. We consume, and we get paid on that consumption every month. That's what most people do in the modern world, network marketing. So again, there's some, some of these people get, and then some of them want to just, they want to play the game of, well, our company emphasized we got to have customers. We got to have customers. They're all shell-shocked over just a few companies that got in trouble, but they got in trouble for different reasons. And yes, there are some government people in government agencies don't like what we do. Okay. I don't like a lot of government. So, but that's not going to change things. It's not going to change things at all to say that what we do is not what we do. What we are is not what we are. And we don't want to go down the road of being dishonest, and that's what it comes down to. If we want to tell people that we're not in network marketing, when in fact our very income is derived from the network marketing profession. And it's funny because if you go to those same websites of those companies, they all have stacked ranked positions. What is that? It shows generational payouts of percentages. What is that? I mean, do they really think people are that stupid to believe they're not in network marketing when they're in network marketing? So here's the thing. I just wonder sometimes how people got like that. Okay, maybe they got like that. Hey, Jenny, nice to see you, North Carolina. They got like that because, maybe it's because they were trained that way. They were trained to use that language by their sponsor. But let me ask you something. If we're not honest in this area, what else would we not be honest about? If your sponsor was training you to tell people you're not in network marketing, when in fact you are in network marketing, your performance, your behavior, how you derive your income is from the network marketing profession, and to tell people that's not what I do, to hide it, what else is your sponsor not honest about? Would you feel comfortable in bringing your prospects to that person, doing three-way calls with that person, introducing your prospect to an upline that's corrupt and not honest? I wouldn't. I could tell you story after story of people who came to me and said, hey, I took my prospect to this guy in my upline, and he actually sponsored that person. Took him right out from under their leader. That's happened many times. So again, if they're not honest in this area, what else are they not honest about? If we show up weak in this area, what else do we show up weak in? That's what we have to think about. So let's just assume, though, and why they do this. Let's say that it's not that they're corrupt. It's just that they've had so many bad experiences. Or they have the assumption that everybody out there just doesn't like network marketing. Friends, if you were to do a poll and ask people when we can go out and let's just say we could get back out of our houses, get around the crowds in Starbucks, wherever, ask them, have you ever heard of network marketing before? I'm going to tell you, you're not going to find a lot of people who have. This is an awful big world, and very little of it has been penetrated by the network marketing profession. That's right. Most people don't even know what you're talking about. I'm serious. I mean, I've been to Tony Robbins events, and these are people that go, who buys a $5,000, $10,000 ticket to go to an event? I would say that's an entrepreneur, big time on steroids, wouldn't you? Somebody serious about their profession. These are people that are connected. These are people that know things. They're not stupid people. They're highly intelligent. But I didn't find too many that knew anything about network marketing. Matter of fact, the girl that I talked about on some of my previous lives that's still here, built a team in China doing Zoom calls. She had never been involved in network marketing before. She's 33 years old. Is it because network marketing isn't in China? No, good grief, man. Amway, New Skin, Herbalife, Mary Kay. I remember going to, in 2005, driving through Beijing, and I'd see these pink storefronts, and it said Mary Kay. Of course they know about network marketing. Okay, and so I'm just saying, if you were to do a poll, you'd find that most people never even heard about it anyway. So if most people haven't heard about it, why do we have to deceive people and say what we do is not network marketing? And the funny thing is, when most of the people they're saying that to, they're probably wondering, what is network marketing? Well, it's not what we do. Huh? Oh, okay, well, I'm glad, because I don't know what that is. Crazy stuff. Okay, so here's the thing, but let's just assume that of the few that have had negative experiences, or they have a negative perception of network marketing, what do you do? Again, we don't want to lie about what we do, right? So what do? The best thing to do is ask them questions. Ask them. Say, wow, so why do you think that way? If they say, well, I don't like network marketing, network marketing's not good. I remember one night, I was at a Justin Timberlake concert in Salt Lake City 2 years back, was it? 2 years back. And what happened was, we were having a convention, and the CEO wanted to bring some of the top leaders to this concert. And so we went. I wasn't really into that artist, but maybe some of you are, but it's okay. But we had our own private room with its own private balcony. And I, after a while, I just sort of went to the door and where the hallway was, where people just walked by, and there was a plaque outside the door that just had our company name. So a guy was walking by and he saw the plaque and he said to me, "Oh, what is that?" I said, "Oh, that's our company." And he said, what kind of company? "Oh, it's a network marketing company." He said, "Oh, that doesn't work." I said, "What?" He said, "That doesn't work." I said, "What makes you think that?" "Oh, I just know people have been involved in it and it just doesn't work." And I said, "Well, that's not correct. Because I've earned a lot of money in this thing." I actually was very straight with him about how well I've done. And he looked at me and he said, "You're not lying to me, I can tell." I said, "Of course I'm not lying to you." I said, "But you can't tell me something doesn't work when it already worked for me. And it's worked for many of my team. I think that you were talking to the wrong people. It sounds like the people you were talking to don't work." In other words, they just didn't do it right. And here's my point. My point here is that, when you ask people questions about, well, tell me why you think network marketing doesn't work. Or tell me about your bad experience. And not in a way of interrogation, okay? When we ask somebody, of these rare people that you're going to run into that have negative opinions of network marketing, I'm amazed because I don't run into that many myself. Maybe you run into more than I do, okay? But of the few that ever do, I like to say, well, that's interesting. Tell me more. Tell me about your experience. Well, sometimes when these people open up, it was just a matter of fact that they didn't have time for it. Well, I signed up, and my sponsor said that I could probably make a lot of money in this. I said, right, yeah. So, but it didn't happen. I said, well, again, ask another question. Oh, why is it? Tell me more. Well, I'm busy. I've got a job, and my wife is busy. And then when I get home, I've got to help the kids with schoolwork and things like that. And then, heck, the weekend, the yard work, housework, things like that. And so I said, oh, okay. So what you're saying is that you really didn't have much time for it. Oh, no, I really didn't. I really didn't have much time for it. Okay, that makes sense. I can appreciate that. So do you think network marketing is something that in order for it to work, you got to put some time into it? Yeah, yeah. Well, sure, sure. You got for anything to work, you got to put time into it. Well, yeah, I'm glad you see it that way. So it wasn't that network marketing didn't work. You just didn't have the time for it, right? How's your time now? How's your time? You think you have a little more time now to maybe look at it and work it and see what it can do for you? See, friends, the thing is, you got to get into questions if you want to understand how your prospects think. It's very important for you to be able to do that. And when you get them to open up, stay in there with them. Don't go to to your presentation right away. Find out what's going on in their head. Find out what they're going to open up and share with you. It's very important to do that. But what I find with many people, they're not teachable. They don't get on the trainings. They don't get on the calls that their upline will do to train them, to help them, or they don't go through the Let's Get Started video, action steps that they need to take. They just want to do it on their own. In a way, I don't want to sound hypocritical here, okay? It reminds me of like when I get something. I buy something, but you got to put it together yourself. How do you feel about the person who wrote the instruction manual? Like he never built the thing, right? It's so freaking technical. I'm like, what? Forget this. I'll put this thing together on my own, right? Yeah. So that's the thing. How teachable are we? How teachable are the people that we run into that, say network marketing doesn't work? The few that do, the few that you will run into, it doesn't work. Just ask them the questions. Many of them are reasonable. The thing is, to try to fool people and say that the company we're in is not network marketing, we have to understand if it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, well, it's a duck. And I don't care how you paint this duck. We cannot fool people. As soon as they get the details, even if they sign up and come in the company, they're going to say, hey, man, they didn't tell me the truth. This is network marketing. My upline actually lied about it. So what else do they lie about? So here's some things to think about. Let's just take some examples of the few people, again, that we'll run into that are going to have an issue with network marketing. What are some of those common issues? Okay, let's take one. How about, and you can type it in too if you like too. One of the issues is, do I have to recruit family and friends? That's the one thing I don't like about network marketing. You got to rely on family and friends in order to build your business. It's like, how dare you? How dare you try to make money off family and friends? No, of course, we should do it with strangers who are also family and friends of other people. I get that. Again, no, the answer is no. Anytime somebody says that, I'm saying, look, you're talking to the guy here. I was never good in that area with family and friends when it came to network marketing. As a matter of fact, I just chose not to go that route. So I actually chose to go the cold market route. We would call that today social networking today, but way back when, we're talking about almost 30 years ago, even more than 30 years ago, I can remember running ads in the 1980s in the newspaper, and then getting people to come and meet me somewhere, and then I would prospect them, and that's how I did it. So I've always said, that's not true. We don't rely on family and friends to build our business. Now, if somebody wants to I've got some great leaders in my organization that do have family and friends in their business. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that if they want to do it that way, but you don't have to do it that way. Now, here's another common objection is you have to be a salesperson. Well, if you knew anything about me, you'd know I'm not a salesperson. Matter of fact, I don't like sales. When I go look to buy a car, the last thing I want to see is a salesperson, because they're always, when I'm looking at the car, they're coming out to me right away, man. It's like a bulldog, man, ready for attack, okay? what we do in network marketing is we share what we're passionate about, what we're excited about. Something we use, we want to share why we love it. I mean, everybody does that. People do that with restaurants. They go to a restaurant they love. They tell their friends about it. They see a movie they love. People go see the movies. If it's a book, it's a book. Whatever it is, people share what they're passionate about. That's not sales. Sales is when it's a whole different ball game. And again, what I said earlier, we're really not in the direct sales business. Everybody's got all these definitions so screwed up. And part of that problem is because the way they want to paint us. We are not a direct sales company. I don't care what people say. Network marketing is about people consuming products. So we're not salespeople. Again, we just share what we're passionate about. Here's a third one. It requires an investment and you could lose a lot of money. You know, most network marketing companies you can join for under $200. $200. And keep in mind, that's not an investment. We need to understand what an investment is. If I invest into Apple stocks or Amazon stocks, that's an investment. And again, it's a risk. I may win, I may lose on that, whatever. Look how much money's been lost on the stock market lately, right? So that's called an investment. But when you join a network marketing company, you are purchasing products. If it's a skincare company, you're doing it for skincare. If it's a service company, like let's say travel, then you're doing it to travel. Of course, not many people traveling right now. If it's a wellness company, then you're buying products for your health, your family's health. If anything, you're making an investment in your health, but you're consuming those products. You're actually a consumer. I'm a consumer. And that's what we do. Now, you might have purchased a welcome kit, if you will. Those can run anywhere from $35 to, I don't know how much. Depends on the company and what's in it. So, but I'm just saying that under $200, you could join most companies. Now let's look at that. If we had to invest in a traditional business, what would that look like? Now that's an investment, isn't it? You could spend a lot of money on that, quite a lot of money on that. You could spend $50,000, $100,000 on a traditional business. But when we're talking about under $200, and these are products that you're going to use, it's not an investment. That's products that you're going to use. So again, that's what I would say to that person is that, it's not an investment at all. These are products that you're going to use, you and your family. Now, the kit itself is something that you're paying information for so you can get educated on the business. Here's the other thing. Number 4, how about I tried that, it didn't work before. You know, when they say I tried that and it didn't work before, I always say, oh, really? What company was that? I say, what company is that? Because I want to get a picture of the kind of company that they've been involved in before. And then it gives me an idea of what to ask next. What to ask next. And it could be a variety of things. I mean, I might ask, well, did your upline work with you? Oh, no, my upline, he was a terrible person, you know. After he signed me up and got the products and everything, then I didn't see him anymore. And so, things like that. And again, get back to how much time did you put in it? Well, I really didn't have any time. Oh, again, instead of making them wrong, we don't want to make anybody wrong here. I'll say, life, you get busy, right? You have a family, and all that. And okay, right. So, and then it's at that time we can ask them questions like, do you think you have more time now? If they say no, not really, I'll say, you know what I found in this business? Let's say his name is John. I said, John, you know what I find in this business? It's really not a business, because I had this conversation with a guy the other day. I said, it's not an issue of time. It's an issue of who do you know? Do you know good people? Yeah, I do. Well, it doesn't take a lot of time to send somebody a link to look at a video. It doesn't take a lot of time to follow that link with another link that is a link to your page so that they can purchase product or sign up, sign up under you. It doesn't take a lot of time to send a couple of links. Do you think you could do that? You could do that when you're having coffee. You can do that when you're having lunch. You can do that just when you have a few minutes to kill. Do you think you could do that? See, friends, sometimes people they don't have a system. And so that's the thing that people need to understand. It's not an issue of time. It's an issue of who do you know. And there's some people out there that know a lot of great people, but they think they don't have the time. I was on a call just the other day, and and so the man, he said that, and rightfully he was very busy, but he says, but I know a ton of good people. And I said that very thing. I said, well, then you can just simply defer those people to so-and-so, and he can call them in your behalf. And if they choose to join, he will let you know, and then you can choose to sponsor them if you like. But I would suggest that you get on the products right now, which is what he did. So things like that. Those are just some ideas. When somebody says it doesn't work, find out. Again, this is not an interrogation. This is not an argument. It's like, oh, yeah, tell me about it. What company were you in? And then find out why it didn't work out. Now, what about, isn't this a pyramid? Isn't that a common one we hear all the time? Again, people will say, or they'll hide what they do. They'll say, oh, I'm not in network marketing, when in fact they are, because they're afraid of the pyramid question. Oh, isn't this a pyramid? So by being dishonest and saying, no, I don't get involved in network marketing. We're not in network marketing. Just simply to avoid these kind of questions. Okay. Let's put the pyramid thing to rest. And I've had so many people that I've heard, and these are great arguments, but that's just the point. They're arguments. I mean, I could show the back of a $1 bill, say, well, isn't our government a pyramid? Isn't it a pyramid? Oh, wait, you're in a company? Corporate America, that's a pyramid. That's a pyramid. You got the CEO at the top. You got the president down below. You got a line of frontline, vice presidents. Then you got field managers, senior managers. Then it comes all the way down to the bottom of the pyramid where they make a product. They have those people make the product. They're the ones that actually do the work. You hear all these analogies, right? I don't mess with any of those things. I just cut to the chase and say, listen, would you agree that a legitimate business transaction is when you give money in exchange for a product? Is that a legitimate business transaction? They'll say, yes, of course. Like if you go on Walmart, let's say, you want to buy something, they'll sell it to you. You give them the money, they give you the product. That's legitimate, right? Yeah, well, that's what we do. That's all we do. We give a product and service in exchange for money. That's all we do. So people just need to understand what it is we do, not it is what we're not. And then at the same time, I don't want to accuse them of being in a pyramid if they work for a company, or if they're a U.S. citizen, they're all part of a pyramid because they're under the control of the United States government, right? Because on the back of our $1 bill, there's a pyramid, something's got to be wrong here. So just have fun with it. But again, just help them to understand that analogy. We give a product and service in exchange for money, and that's what we do. Here's the other one, and this one, of course, we hear this all the time. And that is very few people make money. Oh, network marketing, very few people. Now, again, the few that you're ever going to meet, who are ever going to have this objection, they might say, oh, very few people make money in that. I always say, because they'll say in that, okay. here's here's my response to that. Most people that join a network marketing company never join with the intention of making a lot of money. They join because somebody introduced a product to them and they decided to buy the product. Is everyone that goes to Walmart and buys a product a loser? No, because they got the product. They got exactly what they wanted. Most people that join your company, how many of them ever sponsor people? Very few. Why? Because you sold hope, not product? No. It's because for a variety of reasons. Again, we covered some of them, right? They didn't have time. Or they weren't motivated enough to do it. But they continue to buy your products. Obviously, they want to use the product. Most people that join do want to use the product. And yet we're going to call them losers? See, this is a very wrong, this is a horrible accusation that a lot of people have made against network marketing. I say a lot of people. I'm saying some of the haters out there, and some of the watchdog groups talk about that, how most people that join never make any money. Most people that join never wanted to make any money, never intended to make a lot of money. See, these left-wing nut jobs out there don't know their head from their butt. It's really true. Because they don't understand anything about what we do and why people join us. They join us because you and I introduced a product to them. Hey, they said, sounds good to me. And by the way, if you want to make some extra money, you can. You can get involved in the business side and make some extra money. Oh, great, fine. But then if I choose to do that and just to use the product, but I don't engage in the business, they call me a loser. How am I a loser? I'm buying the freaking product. You know what? There's not a product for people like that. And that's not stupid. I almost want to say it's stupid on top of dumb, but it's not just stupid on top of dumb. This is willful ignorance. This is chosen insanity, the way some of these people think. But anyway, because there are a few like that out there, and they only get around. It's the same bunch, man. So some of they hang out here in Tennessee, then they'll go to Alabama, and then they'll go up to Michigan, and no. They'll spread this stuff. Here's the thing. I want everyone on this call to understand that at the end of the day, your integrity is everything. When you lose integrity, you lose influence with people. You know, that's it. And you can't get it back when you lose it. So to tell people that I'm not in network marketing, when in fact we are in network marketing, again, when that person figures it out, they will figure it out, then how does that make us look? Right. See, we don't have to go down that road. There's not that many people out there that feel negatively about network marketing, and the majority of the ones that do, you can overcome these objections by some of the things I just said. And if you want to share this on your page and help your downline to understand it, that's fine. You can do that. That's the thing that we want to do is just understand that we need to, and that's what I told this one guy. I won't say he was a nice guy, but I just have a real problem with people that do that. I told him, I said, listen, I want you to understand something. I'm very proud of the network marketing profession. I mean, very proud of it. I have a great company I'm involved with. I have great leaders that are involved with me. I have friends in other companies, other network marketing companies. These are great leaders. They have great leaders under them. They're in great companies. I have nothing to apologize for. Nothing. And I never will. Because I love what I do. And I think everybody should be involved in this. And the only people that are not in it are the people that don't understand it. Yet. They might understand it later. So, I strongly encourage you to never use that approach. To hide what you do and say, I'm not in network marketing. And let me tell you about what I do. It's weak. It's really weak. See, that's, But however, having said that, does that mean that you always have to say you're in network marketing? No. I'm saying don't deny it. Don't say I'm not in network marketing and go on with your presentation. If you want to say I'm involved in social networking, that's fine. If you want to say I'm in drop ship marketing, that's fine. I mean, if you really feel that in your area some people just have a problem with those words, choose a different set of words. It doesn't matter. It's the concept that I sell, the concept of residual income, that I use the product, I like the product. I found out if I enrolled, I could get it cheaper. Makes sense. If I introduce it to others, I get paid on them. Okay. If they introduce it to others, I get paid on their orders too. Well, that's nice. The concept is what appeals to people. So don't worry about the labels and things like that. I mean, people ask me what I do. I generally say network marketing. Every now and then I get creative and I'll say something different. But, like the other day I was asking, I posted on Facebook, I said, if you couldn't call it network marketing, what would you call it? And then I said, well, today I'm calling it drop ship marketing, because that's what we do. We drop ship to every home around the world. It works. It really works. But no matter what we call it, it is what it is, and that is network marketing. So I hope you got some value out of this, and I appreciate you guys and gals getting on tonight, Monday. How's your month going so far? How are your numbers? Are you looking at your numbers? Are you taking advantage of this window of time while people are still at home and they have time? I heard the governor of Tennessee said today, May 1st, they're going to lift the quarantine. Okay, so the thing is, while people are home and they have time, I would hustle. I would hustle like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I mean, when I started in my last company 21 years ago, my first 90 days, I went from 8 to faint. 8 in the morning till I faint. 8 to faint. Every day, never left the driveway. I had a phone and I had a list. That's all I had. And I had 800 distributors after 90 days. And I'm still running on that speed. What do I mean by that? When you think about the shuttle and you're launching, right? Either you're launching the 90-day plan, launching a run, even if it's 30 days, I don't care. Whatever you want to do. When that shuttle takes off, it takes a tremendous amount of fuel to escape gravity, right? So it might use up 90% of its fuel. But once it escapes gravity, it doesn't need much to run on. Matter of fact, when it escaped gravity, it's running on that same speed. And that's your business. You see, I'm still running on what I did 21 years ago. 21 years ago. And people say, well, how much did you make your first month? I don't know. I'm still making it. I'm still making it. Simply meaning that if I was to take my entire income and divide it in the years and then divide it into the months, I promise you it has gone up tremendously. And it continues to do that. That's the way you have to look at things. It's not just what you're presently earning, it's what you're going to earn a year from now, 2 years from now. That's right. When people say most people don't make it in that, no, that's not true. Most people got in for the product, but now for the ones who came in for the business, yeah, there's some. Well, it's like this, if they pull out of the business, of course, they're going to fail. If they continue to get better, sharpen their skills, they're going to do well. I mean, why, and think about it. Most people in real estate that have a real estate license have never sold a home. But you don't see people talking about that. Or people that are stockbrokers. They're not wealthy. Not most. Most don't work out. Ours isn't that difficult, though. It's not that difficult. So the thing about it is, just understand that it's a beautiful profession, and what you have to do is just understand that the value of what you do will continue to grow and get better and better over time. So those are my thoughts tonight. I hope that helped. Thank you, May. Good to see you. Well, you're doing a good job, Andrina, sharpening your skills. So many of you are doing a great job. So I will see you tomorrow night. I look forward to it. And everybody stay safe, okay? And enjoy this time with your family. Ray Higdon, I saw a video out there the other day, and him and Jessen, they talked about, you know, this time that you can be with your family and have, you know, wonderful conversations with your children, do things with them. You know, in a way, a quarantine is good. You know, maybe they should do it more often, right? But I like getting around the dinner table with everybody and then talking about, hey, what are we grateful for today? Thank you. Thank you, Andrina. All of you, I appreciate, I love all of you guys. Just stay safe where you are and stay happy. And always don't hide what you do. Be very proud that you are in the network marketing profession. Good night.